Well, welcome back. Thanks for watching. I've succumbed to the cold. It's blooming freezing here. So I've got I borrowed a space heater called a Remington. I think that's the same people that make the razors. I've got a connecting hose. I've got a propane cylinder, 13 kilogram, and 2 spanners and a jump lead, or extension lead. Let's see if it works first. I borrowed this from my mate. I'm assuming when you turn it on, the fan will run. Instructions. Connect the gas pipe to the machine. Left threads are used. The wrong way. So that undoing is doing up. I've got a 19mm spanner for this. It does feel weird doing it that way, never mind. And 3/8 width here. Again. As you can see, I'm trying to get it running, turning the fan on, getting the gas going. Don't seem to be getting anywhere with it. Just won't run, won't fire, don't seem to get any gas. I don't know whether you've sensed my frustration, but this should have a wisp of gas coming out of it. When I turn it on, if you listen carefully, you can hear it pressurise and then it shuts off. So we're getting no gas. Let's try it again. No. There's nothing coming out at all. So let's whip that off. A silver line, low pressure gas regulator. And interestingly, that's got correct thread for the bottle, but a Jubilee clip type fitting here. So I'll just modify the hose, put that on, and then we'll have a go together, shall we? So I'm going to cut this off here, use a Jubilee clip rather than one of these fittings. Now that looks like an impossible task, getting that fitting in that hose. So what we'll do is we'll drop this in some hot water, soften it up, and see if we can get it over. Always remember to put the Jubilee clip on first. Wonder if we can do it. Oh, it's much softer. It's gone on nice. So we'll get that Jubilee clip on and we'll take it from there. Now I'll fit this to the cylinder. Move this up that way. So, undoing is doing up. Feels so weird. See if we have any gas coming out. Oh yes. So it's time to get it on here. Remember, left-hand thread, so it's as if we're undoing. Right. Well, we're all connected up. The gas is on. Just check that. Gas is off. Gas is on. I'm going to have to hold, to make sure you can see everything. I'm going to have to hold this button in. I don't know if we can hear any gas come out. Maybe there's an electric valve. So I'm going to push the start button, the fan will kick in, hold this button in and then hit the ignition switch. Fired up first time. So I'm going to hold this in for 15 seconds. Well, it looks good. All I can feel is cold air. Just about good enough as a hand warmer. Doesn't seem to be kicking out much in the way of heat. Maybe it'll get better as it gets warmer. I'll make a cup of tea, leave it on, and we'll see what it feels like. Tea. The outside of it is just cold. It's actually like a very blowy fan heater. About the same temperature, look. It's just not blasting out heat. Whether it's because it's so cold in here, I don't know. If I'm honest, I'm disappointed. If anything, it just makes it drafty. It's like a cold wind blowing round. It's not getting any hotter. That is really, really disappointing. Right, well, what a palaver yesterday, and we were getting no heat out of this at all. And I've been to see a man called Phil, who's told me what the problem is. The regulator I was using here, which replaced the yellow one that was on it when I got it, is a 37 millibar, which is ideal for barbecues and things like that. But this blower, this heater, needs 1.5 bar, so you need a 1.5 bar. Now this is 0.5 to 2 bar, and there's measurements. So as you screw it in, as you screw it down you get to 2 bar, and screw it back get to 1.5. So I'll set this to 1.5. There's 1.5. Set it to 1.5 and hook it up, and we'll see if we can get this rocket rolling. Well, I'll put the kettle on, and some hot water to warm this up. So the kettle's on. I wonder if that'll come off. 0.5 to 2 bar. So when it's screwed right down, it's opening up to 2 bar pressure. 2 bar, can you see that? We want it at 1.5. Want to warm that up, because it is really cold in here. Let's come off. So we'll warm it up a bit more. Get it on here. Got the Jubilee clip on first. Oh, it's so easy. Oh, I can hear the gas. Oh wow. Oh my god, I've got to stand back here. Woo! We have heat. Oh yes. I mean that's warm. warm back here. Super. I can't tell you what a difference it's making. Now I've also bought some other bits because I'm worried about this making too much noise when I want a video. So I've got a radiant heater as well. So let's have a look at putting that together as well. I'll tell you what, the heat this thing's putting out, I'm getting too hot. So this is what we've got now. Now, as you can see, I'm struggling to keep it alight. What I didn't know at this point was there was far too much gas going through. And you're about to see the results of that. I was trying to get it to stay on, get the thermocouple hot, which was glowing. And suddenly, the thermocouple kicks in. Wait for it. I don't know quite what happened here. Blazing away and it goes bananas. Blows itself out. Really scary. Right, one more try. Gas is on. There's far too much gas going through this thing. I didn't realise at the time. I was trying to turn it down, end up turning it up. I mean, that is scary. Gets your heart rate racing, I'll tell you that. Well, after all the excitement of the flashover, or flashback, or whatever you want to call it, I went back to see my mate Phil and he swapped it for a Sealy propane heater. So we'll assemble this and see how we go on with this one. Slightly different. Slightly different layout, slightly different valve. Let's hope we don't have any drama. It's the gentlest of puffs. How different. Well, what a different experience this is. I think the regulator must have been faulty. I will enjoy a cup of tea. It's the regulator, isn't it, that was faulty on the other one. It's having nowhere near the amount of gas going through it that the other one was. It's turning it down. Now on the screen it looks white. It's really quite orange. Gentle heat. Just what we need. Very controllable. Well, we got there in the end. We've got both heaters working and we can work now in a nice warm workshop. Catch you next time. Just thought you might find that interesting. Been using the blower heater with its new powerful flame, and the cylinder is iced up where the liquid propane is using heat, drawing heat to vaporise to power the heater. I wonder if that'll still be like it in the morning.